We spend our lives looking for patterns. In the workshop, we look for the grain in the metal. In the world, we look for meaning in the chaos. For 3,000 years, we've looked at the night sky and seen more than just fire and gas. We've seen a design. We've seen ourselves. But who was the architect of this celestial clockwork? And why, even in the age of silicon and satellites, do we still look to the stars for answers? Today, we are going behind the norm of the Zodiac. We aren't just reading the stars, we are dismantling the mechanism. Since the dawn of time, humans have looked up at the night sky not just with awe, but with a desperate need for order. Thousands of years ago, long before the invention of digital clocks or satellites, the stars were the only reliable map we had. Imagine the ancient plains of Mesopotamia. To the people of Sumer and Babylon, the sky was a giant mechanical clock, its gears made of light and shadow. They noticed that certain patterns of stars returned every year, coinciding with the flooding of rivers or the time to harvest grain. This was not magic, it was the birth of cosmic engineering. They divided the circular path of the sun, which we call the ecliptic, into 12 equal segments of 30 degrees each. This was a mathematical decision, a way to measure time using the geometry of the heavens. They named these segments after the constellations that resided there, giving birth to what we now call the Zodiac. But we must ask, was this a map of our destiny, or simply the first calendar designed by man to survive a chaotic world? The brilliance of the ancient mind lay in its ability to find patterns in chaos. When you look at the stars, you see scattered points of light. But the ancients saw lions, archers, and scorpions. This is a psychological phenomenon called pareidolia. As a craftsman shapes a piece of raw gold into a ring, the ancients shaped the chaos of the sky into a narrative. They projected their myths, their fears, and their social structures onto the stars. Why do we feel the need to believe that a giant gas ball millions of light years away cares about our morning coffee or our career choices? The answer lies in our brain's architecture. We are wired to seek meaning. In a universe that feels indifferent and vast, the idea that we are connected to the stars provides a profound sense of comfort. It makes us feel like we are part of a grand design rather than a cosmic accident. Astrology became a bridge between the terrifying infinity of space and the fragile reality of human life. It was the first attempt at a universal language, connecting every human being under the same rotating dome. Let us talk about the mechanics of the Zodiac, because this is where the design begins to show its flaws. The original system was based on the sky as it appeared 3,000 years ago. However, the Earth is not a perfect spinning top. It has a slight wobble called axial precession. This movement is very slow, taking about 26,000 years to complete one full circle. Because of this wobble, the position of the Sun relative to the constellations has shifted significantly over the centuries. Today, when an astrologer says the Sun is in Aries, it is physically passing through the constellation of Pisces. We are essentially using an outdated map. Furthermore, the 12 segments are a human imposition of symmetry. In reality, the Sun does not spend 30 days in each constellation. For example, it passes through Scorpio in just 7 days but stays in Virgo for 45 days. And then there is Ophiuchus, the 13th constellation that the ancient Babylonians ignored simply because it did not fit their 12-month calendar. The Zodiac is a beautiful, symmetrical piece of art, but it does not reflect the messy, irregular reality of the actual sky. Why does it feel so accurate then? If the map is wrong and the stars have moved, why do millions of people still see themselves in their horoscopes? This brings us to the psychology of the mirror, specifically the Barnum Effect. Named after a famous circus performer, this effect describes how individuals give high accuracy ratings to descriptions of their personality that supposedly are tailored specifically to them, but are in fact vague and general enough to apply to almost everyone. You have a great need for other people to like and admire you, or you have a tendency to be critical of yourself. These are universal human traits. When we read these lines, our brain performs a selective search of our memories to find evidence that proves them true. We ignore the parts that do not fit and focus on the parts that do. In a way, astrology acts as a psychological mirror. It does not tell us who we are based on the stars, it allows us to tell ourselves who we want to be. It is a tool for self-reflection, wrapped in the mysterious cloak of ancient mythology. As we deconstruct the history and mechanics of the stars, we realize that the true magic is not in the celestial bodies themselves, but in the human imagination that connected them. We are a species of builders and storytellers. We took the cold, distant points of light and turned them into a narrative that has lasted for over 3,000 years. Whether you believe in the influence of the planets or view it as a magnificent historical relic, we cannot deny the impact of the zodiac on human culture. It influenced our art, our medicine, and our early science. But as we move further into the age of space exploration, we must decide where we place our agency. Are we pieces of metal being hammered by the stars, or are we the jewelers of our own lives? Understanding the why behind our beliefs does not take away their beauty, it adds a layer of human ingenuity to the story. The stars may not control our paths, but the stories we tell about them define our journey. Thank you for joining me behind the norm of the night sky. Until next time, keep looking up, but keep your feet on the ground of reason.